Where did you lie? They haven't come to see about you sisters who have lost your sons, lost your daughters, and this has been an increase of shootings and killings of young women. And so where's the task force to say, is there a group perhaps that's targeting women? Now, they got a task force on the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, metrosexual that your commissioner set up. But could there be a group that's targeting perhaps women right now? But no task force or not even an ask force to ask those kind of questions, man. And when your media asks that, your man talking about, well, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. Well, up to 17 years, you don't. You haven't. You can't. You won't. But let me come back to the line. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Good afternoon, Brother Muhammad. You know, It's always a pleasure, and sometimes it's bittersweet to hear your voice because there's just so much going on out here in this city that we live in. However, Brother Muhammad, I was recently, earlier today, I was at the school system. They had we thought it was a bomb threat. It turned out it was a suspicious package. But anyway, they evacuated the building, and cops were flying all around.
What school was this?
But my thought was this. This is the only profession where you can have quote-unquote professionals who turn out inferior product and still keep a job.
That's true. I mean, you would
keep a job.
You said it right,
because
sister.
These students that's coming out of here not being equipped to handle the rigor of this, world as far as jobs, as far as entrepreneurs. I lay it at the feet of the school system, and I think as parents we have to stop letting them do this to mess over our children.
They lowered the standard, and that's why I'm so happy that big phony jabroni Andre Alonso is gone. But we have to get rid of course, all of those who implemented the policies of Andre Alonso and lowering the standard and lowering the bar.
You should look at the makeup of the school system.
Right.
It does not reflect Baltimore City at all.
Yeah. Now, what school was that where they had the so-called evacuation? Because it could have been a drill. Was that North Avenue? Okay, all right. Well, good.
Yeah, right there.
Well, you see,
and I'm saying you should look at those ones that's holding these positions. The policy makers in the school system. They're not looking like the people that they represented on no level.
Right.
I've never seen it this culturally encapsulated. I've never seen it so much white staff in an urban school situation.
Sister,
I've never seen it.
You're too kind with your words. There's ethnic cleansing going on. Ethnic cleansing in the neighborhood. Ethnic cleansing in the streets, ethnic cleansing going on in the suites inside of the Baltimore City Public School System, from North Avenue to the rest of the schools around the city right now. They got the Filipinos that don't even speak English. They teaching the children. They got the Indians that got a better relationship to their ITs and PTs and ETs than they do little black and brown children in the city of Baltimore.
Asians, the Michelle Reed type.
Yes, ma'am.
Had nothing to do with Baltimore City.
Not at all.
Come in there and make a policy.
Bureaucrats is what they are. Autocrats got a better relationship to things than they do our black and brown children and poor white children in the city.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for checking in. All right, my sister.
Take authority. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, now, and I appreciate you checking in. But what a happy day, Andre Alonso. Andre Alonso finally up out of here, man. But how much damage did he do to Baltimore City? That's the question we got to ask. How much damage did he do to little black and brown children? Particularly some of your boys, sister. Particularly some of your boys. But y'all don't like to have that conversation. But this is ground zero for Pedophile Nation, if you know what I mean. This is ground zero, Baltimore City, for Pedophile Nation. If you don't know the history of Maryland, they turned it into Maryland, Merryland. If it don't apply, let it fly. But don't let me open up that can, because it goes deep, man. It goes deep. And if I don't get into that today, I'm going to talk about it with your president. Running around here in the words of the African proverbs, it takes a village to raise a child, not the damn village people. It takes a village to raise a child, not the village people. And I'll get into that tomorrow with Mr. Macho Man over there in Tanzania, trying to push a homosexual agenda. You say, how low can he go, or how down low can he go if you don't know by now, man? How low can he go? If I don't get into it today, I'm going to get into that tomorrow and talk about his Power Africa agenda that he was over there trying to push in Africa, and ask again, how can he talk about their rights over there and not our rights over here? Talk about their rights over there in terms of the gays and homosexuals after the Supreme Court just turned us back 50 years, man. And then with all of the violations of human rights that's going on in Europe, going on in Asia, going on in Colombia where they signed a free trade agreement, and he never said anything about that, along with his Secretary of State, John Kerry, then Hillary Clinton. When you got Africans living off less than $2 a day, the violation of their rights by De Beers and the Oppenheimers in South Africa and other countries in terms of their cheap labor that they're getting, their slave labor that they're getting, women and children, and nothing about that, but only talking about homosexual rights being pushed on our people in Africa. That was a disrespect at the highest level, man. If I don't get into it today, I promise you I'm going to get into that tomorrow. So you might well get your tissues, because I'm going to deal with a lot of issues tomorrow before the 4th. And with that, let me come back to the lines. Good afternoon, caller. You're on the State of the City.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Muhammad.
Wa alaikum salam, soldier. Thoughts, questions, comments, man. Mayor finally found East Baltimore, brother.
Yeah. About time, and still ain't go through this little street.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Let me say this, bro. If anybody was listening to her, do you see the disrespect that this man has for the black folks of Baltimore City?
Yes.
Did you hear what
she said? Money don't grow on trees in the basement of City Hall, man.
Thank you.
Huh? Money don't grow on. Now you think she said that about Harbor Point and them white folk and them developers down there in Harbor East, man?
Or Patrick Turner and them? Hell no.
She didn't say that. What you need, we'll make it happen. You know what I mean? It's going to bring jobs. But when it comes to black folk and our hurt and our pain, as a woman that's supposed to be sensitive, but it shows you how cold she's been since she's been down there on the council to even fix your lips to say money don't grow on trees, man. What is she? What is she flying from the Jeffersons, man?
But she got some damn money in that basement for the white developers out
there. They got off the book accounts, on the book accounts, hush funds, slush funds, and all them other kind of funds. And she ought to know, because when Ed Norris, we'll say alleged, when Norris and the boys were taking them up to New York and they were playing in them hotels and motels, they knew how to tap into all them off the book funds and accounts that they had down there, brother. So she knows they got plenty of money, just like they found $53 million when Sheila Dixon was the mayor and she was the city council president, and she wouldn't open her mouth to say, I think we do need to have some audits. How can y'all tell the citizens that y'all got to lay off city employees, that y'all got to cut back? Then you go and find $53 million. They found $40 million. They came back and found another $13 million. Well, if they did an audit, they would probably find they got gazillions of dollars down there that they sitting on that they don't want the public to know about, brother. All right?
Let me tell you this real quick. I know the history of that Skinner.
Yes,
he
sir.
Was part of that good old boy network.
That's
with
right.
Bob Cherry.
That's right.
Field.
That's right. Berger and the rest of them. Foultech. Yeah. All them ones that covered up Robert Clay murder, Ken Harris murder, Jonathan Luna murder, and a whole lot of other murders in the city.
Hey, Brother Muhammad, do you remember that night we walked in there and it looked like a Klan meeting down there?
Yeah, you talking about that at Bill Phil's so-called. Yeah, we talking about his confirmation hearing. Yeah, you was there. Right?
Yeah.
When I said he ain't qualified I said he ain't qualified to be a police commissioner in this city, man. And you notice ain't nobody else offered him a job around the nation, have they? Except Stevenson, and he got that because he went out there with his Jewish brethren. You know what I mean? And got that. He's a consultant out there. That's it, man. But other than that, nobody want him. Nobody gonna give him no job, man. That's it. He ain't qualified. He ain't the best of the people. Just the third-rate, third-generation, third police officer is what he is, man. Nothing more, nothing less, and he's never been the best in terms of any decent police officer down there. Black, brown, red, yellow, or white. And when I challenged him, he ain't say a thing, did he?
Not a word.
Yes,
Not a word. I was there. I can confirm it.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to say something. And he had his army of upper echelon police officers with him, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The whole Klan,
the whole kit,
looked like a Klan meeting.
Whole kit and caboodle. Did the same thing when I went up to the public safety building, man. Meaning that when you're standing on right, you don't need an army with you. One man can put the flight to 10, man. All right?
And they looked at you that night like you weren't supposed to say that to them.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say that in this city, man. You just standing up speaking truth to power makes it revolutionary. That's how far we've drifted in this city, brother. All right? Appreciate you checking in. Let me take a few more calls so we get up out of here. Peace now. And with that, take one or two more calls and we got to begin to wrap up. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Yes, what the 4th of July means to me, Brother Muhammad, I got to tell you, every time, it means nothing.
Yes, sir.
When Francis Scott Key wrote that song in 1814, it had in the lyrics, land of the free, where the slaves our forefathers were still getting beaten, and our women were still getting raped.
Yes,
they weren't allegedly freed until 1865. Right. So why do they play it at every ball game? I think it's a disgrace for them to even play it. They don't mean nothing to us.
I'm going to get into that tomorrow, brother.
2013, we still play.
You preluding on me, man. That's tomorrow. You giving them a prelude for the show tomorrow. All right? Appreciate you checking in. With that, we'll take more of your calls, and then we're going to wrap up, get up out of here. Let's see here. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Darren?
I'm good, brother. Thoughts and comments, man.
Yeah, I was watching him over there in Africa yesterday, man.
That's tomorrow's show, but come on, brother. That's tomorrow's show for sure, though, brother. You want to hold on for that one, bro.
It's actually pitiful, brother. Now, here we go. He's a black man, Darren.
Yes,
we
sir.
just had one of the most racist Supreme Courts take away something from us.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
His own people may have died for, brother.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to sit up here and try to promote something that two people of the same sex. You know, this brother just need to come on out the closet, brother.
Yes, sir.
Completely out. I mean, and then not only that, Darren, you can tell how this is going nowhere.
Yes, sir.
All the news on Sunday, brother, they met with the homosexual stuff and briefly touched on the voting rights, man.
Yeah, voting rights, affirmative action, of course, the student loans and the HBCUs and much more, man. So I'm going to get into that tomorrow.
I'm so sick and tired of this homosexual stuff, brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm just so glad I got a DVR I can fast forward that mess, man.
All right, brother. Got to let you go now.
Man.
All right, appreciate you checking in. This will be the last call for the day. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City. All right, gotta let you go with that. Thank you for checking in. And with that, we're gonna get up out of here. Make way for more great radio coming up this afternoon. You've been listening to the State of the City. I'm your host, Brother Muhammad. I thank all of you that tuned in today. To get a copy of the show, give me a call, 410-878-5298. We will podcast the show on Twitter, on Spreaker, and on Facebook. Don't forget, this afternoon, 4 o'clock, there's the town hall meeting, a forum taking place at the Bell Tower Senior Building, 3700 West Belvedere. Again, thank the Honorable Delegate Joe P. Carter for taking that kind of stand, doing the walkthrough, and hearing, of course, the voice of our people crying out for freedom, justice, and equality, or just to be able to live in the city and the state and have, of course, protection in their homes. And don't forget, tomorrow, the Board of Guesstimates meeting taking place at 9 a.m., but you should get there at 8 a.m., as the old saying goes. Don't meet me there, but beat me there. And until tomorrow, 12 noon, stay tuned for more great radio coming up this afternoon. Little Africa voice of the people, Mama Annie Chambers and the rest of the crew that's coming through, and they're going to make it do what it do. And, of course, you know the name of the show, taking it to the streets, taking it to the suites, and telling it like a T.I. is. So until tomorrow, 12 noon, be safe, be vigilant, be watchful. God bless, all the best, and the rest to you and yours. I've been your host, Brother Muhammad. We do need your support, so please make those checks, money orders payable to WFBR. WFBR, send it to 159 8th Avenue, Glen Burnie, Maryland, 21061, or do a righteous drive-by now. Drop it off at Terra Cafe, 25th and St. Paul. Tell them, of course, that it's for Brother Muhammad. They'll make sure I receive it, and I thank you from the depths of my heart. So until tomorrow, 12 noon, if you send your donations, we'll be on. No donation, and I know you send plenty donations, there won't be no information coming across this station. So until tomorrow, 12 noon, God bless, all the best, and the rest to you and yours. Peace.